The internet has completely exploded after Soo Kai was reportedly caught with a mysterious woman only hours after fans discovered he had erased every visible memory connected to Tan Songyun from his life publicly. And before you scroll away, you need to stay until the very end, because what truly happened behind the scenes reportedly involves emotional betrayal, hidden meetings, devastating confessions, secret late-night arguments, and one shocking rooftop confrontation that fans are already calling the most heartbreaking celebrity emotional collapse of the year. So subscribe right now because this story unfolds with emotional chaos, secret romance rumors, painful silence, jealousy, regret, and scenes so mind-blowing that nobody watching will emotionally recover quickly afterward. For months, fans had already admired the emotional closeness between Soo Kai and Tan Songyun publicly. Every interaction between them seemed effortless emotionally, comfortable, warm, almost dangerously believable to fans hoping their chemistry secretly extended far beyond cameras privately. Whether during interviews, filming breaks, or quiet behind-the-scenes moments publicly captured online, their emotional connection always appeared unusually genuine compared to ordinary celebrity partnerships privately. And according to insiders, people close to both stars reportedly noticed that emotional closeness becoming increasingly real over recent months, behind closed doors already. Witnesses later claimed Soo Kai and Tan Songyun reportedly spent far more time privately together than schedules technically required publicly. Shared late-night dinners after filming. Long private conversations during production breaks. Quiet emotional support whenever stress surrounding projects intensified publicly afterward. Fans everywhere became emotionally invested in their bond almost immediately. Many truly believed they represented one of the rare celebrity pairings capable of surviving fame, rumors, and industry pressure privately together. But according to insiders, something emotionally devastating reportedly began changing quietly between them weeks before the public finally noticed publicly afterward. One source later admitted Tan Songyun allegedly became increasingly worried emotionally about Soo Kai's growing emotional distance privately. Witnesses claimed he reportedly stopped replying to messages as quickly, became quieter during private meetings, and, according to insiders, began emotionally withdrawing in ways Tan Songyun reportedly struggled privately to understand afterward. At first, she allegedly blamed work pressure publicly, exhaustion, career stress. Because according to people close to her, Tan Songyun reportedly trusted Soo Kai emotionally more deeply than fans even realized publicly at the time. But then everything suddenly exploded publicly overnight. According to insiders, fans first noticed something strange when Soo Kai reportedly began systematically deleting old emotional memories connected to Tan Songyun across social media privately, without explanation afterward. Photos disappeared one after another. Interview clips vanished quietly. Liked posts were suddenly removed publicly. Entire emotional moments fans once replayed endlessly disappeared completely within hours afterward. At first, people assumed technical issues caused the sudden purge publicly. But according to insiders, the emotional truth behind those deletions reportedly became impossible to ignore afterward. Because only hours later, shocking photographs surfaced online showing Soo Kai privately spending time with a mysterious woman no fans recognized emotionally beside him before publicly. And the internet completely lost control afterward. Witnesses later described the photographs as emotionally devastating to longtime fans publicly because Soo Kai reportedly appeared unusually relaxed beside the unknown woman privately. Comfortable, protective, emotionally close in ways many fans previously only associated with Tan Songyun publicly afterward. Meanwhile, social media immediately exploded emotionally. Some fans refused believing the photographs entirely. Others accused Soo Kai publicly of emotionally betraying Tan Songyun privately after months of emotional closeness publicly shown between them already. Entertainment pages everywhere began dissecting every detail surrounding the mysterious woman emotionally afterward. Who was she privately? How long had Soo Kai known her publicly? Did Tan Songyun already know emotionally about the relationship beforehand privately? Then, according to insiders, things reportedly became even more emotionally devastating behind closed doors afterward. because witnesses later claimed Tan Songyun allegedly discovered Soo Kai's emotional social media purge privately before the public scandal itself even fully exploded online afterward. One source later admitted she reportedly sat silently inside her dressing room emotionally staring at the disappearing photographs while staff nearby quietly avoided speaking publicly afterward. According to insiders, Tan Songyun reportedly initially hoped Soo Kai would explain everything emotionally before rumors spiraled completely out of control publicly. But according to witnesses, his silence afterward reportedly emotionally shattered her privately far more deeply than the photographs themselves publicly ever could. Meanwhile, Soo Kai reportedly remained completely silent publicly while online chaos surrounding him intensified emotionally every hour afterward. No explanation. No denial. No emotional reassurance toward Tan Songyun publicly whatsoever. And according to insiders, that silence reportedly became the emotional breaking point privately between them forever afterward. Then came the shocking revelation nobody expected publicly. According to insiders, Tan Songyun reportedly confronted Soo Kai privately late one rainy evening inside a luxury rooftop lounge reserved entirely away from cameras emotionally afterward. Witnesses later described the atmosphere during the meeting as emotionally unbearable already before either even spoke privately. Rain reportedly crashed heavily against massive glass windows surrounding the rooftop skyline, while soft gold lighting reflected quietly throughout the nearly empty lounge itself publicly afterward. According to insiders, Soo Kai reportedly arrived first emotionally, appearing visibly exhausted already before Tan Songyun even entered privately afterward. Witnesses later claimed he reportedly kept checking his phone anxiously while staring silently toward the rain-covered skyline emotionally, as though preparing for an unavoidable emotional disaster privately. Then Tan Songyun arrived. According to insiders, the emotional tension reportedly became instantly overwhelming the moment she quietly entered the room publicly afterward. Witnesses later described her expression as heartbreakingly calm emotionally despite obvious devastation privately beneath the surface already. At first, neither reportedly spoke immediately afterward. The silence alone reportedly emotionally crushed everyone nearby privately. Then, according to insiders, Tan Songyun quietly asked Soo Kai whether every emotional memory they publicly shared together truly meant as much to him as he once claimed privately before everything collapsed afterward. Witnesses later described Soo Kai appearing completely emotionally frozen, hearing her question privately afterward. Because according to sources, he reportedly understood instantly that no explanation emotionally would fully repair the damage already created publicly anymore. Then came the devastating confession that reportedly shattered Tan Songyun emotionally forever afterward. According to insiders, Soo Kai reportedly admitted he emotionally began distancing himself privately because he became increasingly confused about his feelings and terrified publicly of hurting her later, even more deeply afterward. That confession reportedly visibly broke Tan Songyun emotionally instantly, according to witnesses nearby afterward. Because according to sources, part of her reportedly still hoped the mysterious woman represented only misunderstanding publicly rather than emotional betrayal privately already. Meanwhile, Soo Kai reportedly continued explaining emotionally that deleting the photographs privately happened because he believed emotionally removing public memories might somehow reduce future emotional pain publicly for both of them afterward. But according to witnesses, that explanation reportedly emotionally devastated Tan Songyun even more deeply privately afterward. Because suddenly, she realized Soo Kai emotionally prepared himself privately to leave long before she even knew their connection publicly stood in danger afterward. Then came another shocking revelation nobody expected emotionally. According to insiders, Soo Kai reportedly admitted the mysterious woman publicly photographed beside him privately represented someone emotionally close to him from before his relationship with Tan Songyun reportedly became complicated publicly afterward. Witnesses later claimed Tan Songyun reportedly looked completely emotionally shattered hearing that confession privately afterward. Because according to sources, the emotional timeline surrounding Soo Kai's growing distance suddenly became painfully clear publicly afterward. At one point, insiders claimed Tan Songyun quietly asked Soo Kai emotionally whether he ever truly imagined a future privately with her at all publicly afterward. Witnesses later described the silence afterward as emotionally devastating privately beyond words. Because according to sources, Soo Kai reportedly struggled emotionally to answer immediately afterward before finally admitting he once genuinely believed their emotional connection could survive anything publicly. But according to insiders, fear, pressure, emotional confusion, and public scrutiny reportedly slowly destroyed his ability privately to emotionally hold onto that future afterward. That confession reportedly emotionally shattered Tan Songyun instantly, according to witnesses nearby afterward. Because suddenly their collapse no longer looked like simple celebrity gossip publicly anymore. It looked heartbreakingly human emotionally. Two people slowly losing each other privately while pretending publicly everything remained fine afterward. Meanwhile, rain reportedly continued crashing heavily against the rooftop windows surrounding them emotionally, while the atmosphere inside the lounge became almost impossible publicly to breathe afterward. One staff member later admitted nearby employees reportedly quietly left the entire rooftop floor emotionally because the confrontation privately felt too painful publicly to witness anymore afterward. Then came perhaps the most heartbreaking moment of all. According to insiders, Tan Songyun reportedly softly admitted she could have emotionally survived public rumors privately if Soo Kai had simply remained emotionally honest with her publicly from the beginning afterward. That sentence reportedly completely broke Soo Kai emotionally, according to witnesses nearby afterward. Because according to sources, he reportedly realized too late emotionally that silence and emotional avoidance destroy their connection far more deeply publicly than any scandal itself privately ever could afterward. Meanwhile, witnesses later claimed Soo Kai reportedly attempted emotionally apologizing privately while explaining he never intentionally wanted publicly to humiliate or emotionally hurt Tan Songyun afterward. But according to insiders, she quietly interrupted him emotionally before softly admitting the most painful part publicly was realizing someone can emotionally leave your life privately long before they physically walk away afterward. That confession reportedly emotionally devastated everyone nearby instantly. Because for the first time publicly, the emotional tragedy between Soo Kai and Tan Songyun became painfully obvious privately to everyone afterward. They did not collapse through hatred emotionally. They collapsed slowly through silence, fear, confusion, and emotional withdrawal publicly over time afterward. Then came the goodbye fans everywhere still cannot emotionally recover from afterward. According to witnesses, Tan Songyun reportedly stood slowly before quietly asking Soo Kai one final heartbreaking question emotionally privately afterward. When did you stop fighting emotionally for us publicly? Sources later claimed Soo Kai reportedly looked completely shattered emotionally before softly admitting he did not realize publicly he had already stopped until it became too late privately afterward. That sentence reportedly emotionally destroyed Tan Songyun instantly, according to insiders nearby afterward. Because suddenly every deleted photograph, every ignored message, every emotional silence publicly finally made heartbreaking sense privately afterward. Meanwhile, according to witnesses, Tan Songyun reportedly quietly left the rooftop lounge alone beneath heavy rain publicly afterward, while Soo Kai remained sitting silently inside, staring emotionally toward the empty chair across from him privately. At one point, insiders claimed he reportedly covered his face emotionally afterward while remaining alone privately inside the rooftop lounge for nearly an hour publicly afterward. And when blurry photographs later surfaced online showing Soo Kai standing alone emotionally near the rain-soaked rooftop windows afterward, fans everywhere completely lost control emotionally publicly once again. Some accused him emotionally of destroying the relationship privately through selfish confusion publicly afterward. Others believed both stars simply collapsed emotionally beneath impossible industry pressure privately over time publicly afterward. Many fans simply cried openly online because suddenly the entire situation felt heartbreakingly real emotionally beyond celebrity gossip privately anymore. And perhaps that became the most unforgettable part of this devastating emotional collapse forever. Not the mysterious girlfriend publicly. Not the deleted photographs privately. Not even the heartbreaking rooftop confrontation emotionally afterward. But the painful realization that sometimes people do not emotionally lose each other through explosive betrayal publicly at all. Sometimes they slowly drift apart privately while silence quietly replaces honesty emotionally until one day, both hearts no longer recognize the relationship they once fought publicly to protect forever afterward. And now the only question remaining emotionally is this. When someone begins emotionally erasing memories privately before they even fully leave your life publicly afterward, is the relationship already emotionally over forever, even if both hearts still secretly care privately beneath the silence? If this story touched your heart and you want more emotional drama stories like this, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and share it with someone who understands that sometimes the most heartbreaking betrayals publicly are not caused by hatred emotionally at all. They are caused by someone quietly emotionally letting go privately while the other heart still desperately believes forever remains possible publicly.